Hey, shalom, shalom. First off, only of all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honor, salutations, and blessings to the men that are preaching the gospel of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in all sincerity, diligence, and truth. And peace, grace, and blessings be upon the house of David, which is the elect, men, women, and children. So I actually just finished doing a video. I had made reference to this clip as you see on the screen right here, but in the video it wouldn't upload. I mean, it wouldn't play. So I just wanted to play it. It says, FBI director, I've never seen a time where all the threats or so many of the threats are all elevated at the exact Salakia are all elevated all at exactly the same time. So, that's something, a little excerpt from what he says, which I'm going to play. And this is, them basically speaking about potential domestic extremist activity that they're saying could potentially happen at any given moment. Okay. And, a lot of people, they're not, most people, they're not even aware of any type of pending danger, especially here in Babylon the Great. Okay, people, we're in a time of the so-called holiday season, and just like it is every year, people get in that strong delusional spirit of thinking everybody's in joyful mindset, right? Jolly and all of this stupidity, when in reality we're in a dire time. All right, we're in a time like never before, right? We're in a time where death is literally around the corner. All right, as the scripture says, spirits of vengeance are out. All right, because we're in a time of judgment, and when you are in a time of judgment, you don't want to be someone who is unaware of their surrounding. All right, the scripture speaks about how we are supposed to be walking circumspectly. Okay, walking circumspectly meaning to what? To be aware, looking around. All right, but only ones who are really in that mindset are the ones who know what time it is. All right, knowing that we're in a time of war, we're in a time of evil. All right, we're in a time of judgment. All right, plagues, pestilences, diseases, death, the sword. So this guy, all right, which is the FBI director, him saying this is not them just blowing smoke. Now, I seen a response to this because this is on Twitter. Somebody basically said that they're saying this because they're the ones that's creating it, and we know very well how the false FLAGs go, but at the end of the day, the actual events, right? People actually being affected by it is real. Okay, whether it's something that was orchestrated or not is to be seen or to be determined, but you do have people that actually do get affected by these catastrophic events, and the Lord said that these things were going to happen in the end time and in the end of this age anyway. So let's play it real quick. Not gonna make it too long.
So what I would say that is unique about the environment that we're in right now in my career is that while there may have been times over the years where individual threats could have been higher here or there than where they might be right now, I've never seen a time where all the threats or so many of the threats are all elevated all at exactly the same time. That's what makes this environment that we're in now so fraught, and why funding our men and women who are working shoulder to shoulder with state and local law enforcement and other partners every day makes it even more important, not less.
So, blinking red lights analogy about 9/11, all the lights were blinking red before 9/11. Apparently, obviously, all of us missed it. Would you say that there's multiple blinking red lights out there?
I see blinking lights everywhere I turn. So
said, I seen blinking lights everywhere I turned. All right, and the guy made the reference to, the 11:9. All right, backwards. um, and we know what happened that day and the results of what happened that day. All right, how life in America changed. So how much more now? Because when that happened, people they weren't talking about DTs, right? Domestic T's and domestic extremists and things like that. I believe there was an article. Let me see if I could find it on Russia Today. Basically speaks up about what that FBI director just said. Here we go. So as you see here, says after October 7th, the U.S. is seeing blinking red lights everywhere. Right? Mind you, a couple of days or maybe a week or two before October 7th, no, a couple of days before October 7th, you had the emergency alert system that went out in America on everybody's phones. Right? Earlier this year, you had I believe a Congress member was given a type of a phone. I forgot exactly the actual name escapes me, the type of phone it is, but basically a phone that can still be used if the phone towers, cell towers go down. Radio phone, something to that effect. But they didn't do these things for no reason, right? So him saying that you see blinking lights everywhere, that's him saying that there is a high level, right, a new level of T threats, right, T threats, and it's not something just like them hitting a building, right, or doing having a bomb somewhere. It could be cyber, right? They can it could be the electrical grid, it could be biochemical, anything. Those are the majority. Those are the multitudes of blinking red lights that could potentially take place, which we already know. And I say we, speaking about the ones who are in the know that there is going to be some type of catastrophic event that takes place, or it may not just be one, it may be multiple events that take place. But all in all, they're going to use these type of events to push in or usher in a more draconian military environment here on the soils of America. Okay, that's how they can use they can use these things as justification, rather, for martial law. All right, rationing food, shutting down highways, not being able to go to in and out of different cities, not being able to travel X, Y, and Z. Then ultimately, to what? To the implementation of the MOTB. So when you hear this rhetoric and this talk about, I see threats, never have I seen a time where all threats or so many threats are all elevated at the exact same time. That's them basically telegraphing what's about to take place. All right. And a lot of people are not aware of the time that we're in. So that's why, as it says in Isaiah, the 33rd chapter, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of our times. See? Let's see. So we just read through. I mean, I read through, but we heard him speak through the first couple of paragraphs. So I'm going to jump down here. It says, Graham, who is a prominent supporter of 48ers, wanted to know how much of a danger the Hamas posed and whether it could be described as the biggest threat facing the U.S. since 11/9. Ray agreed that after October 7th, a veritable rogues gallery of foreign organizations have been calling for attacks in the U.S. As of right now, the FBI has no information indicate that Hamas has the intent or capability to conduct operations inside the U.S., according to Ray's prepared testimony. The Bureau is especially concerned about the possibilities of the HAMAS supporters engaging in violence on the group's behalf. The greatest T threat on the U.S. soil comes from lone actors or small cells of individuals who typically radicalized to to violence online, and that's why they're trying to censor, regulate, do all those things with online content, social media, right? It says, and who primarily use easily accessible weapons to attack soft targets, Ray wrote. The FBI classifies these individuals as, quote, homegrown violent ease. And that right there is the key point, because they can easily just group, and they are going to easily just try to group the truth amongst all of this. Okay? And that's something that you have to have your mind prepared for. And a lot of people who claim to be a part of the truth, when that time comes, because they, as Yahweh Shah said, because of the word, by and by they are offended, they fall off, because the seed of the truth was not planted in good soil. And that's why you cannot come to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai with any alternative or ulterior motive other than you want to serve your master, that you love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai with all of your heart, your mind, and your soul. Because if you do, it doesn't matter what comes against you. That would be your rock to stand on. But if you come into this truth because of any of lust desires, of any desires because you wanted to be a part of something, you wanted to bash Esau, you wanted to bash women, or if you're a woman, you was trying to get a man, any of that, when their backs against the wall, when the persecution comes, you're not going to stand on it, right? You're not going to stand on business. And you're going to fall by the wayside, and ultimately, hey, the Lord going to reject you. He's going to say, I never knew you. Okay? But the ones who are sincere serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, they're the ones who the Lord is going to protect. They're the one, and the Lord knows, right? The Lord knows your heart. He knows the intent, right, of your heart, whether it's sincere or not. All right? That's why in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, it says, when thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. All right, Yahweh Shai had to learn obedience through suffering. He had to go through it in order to get to it. So we also got to go through it as well, and hope, and pray that, hey, the Lord doesn't have us taste death. But he tells us in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, this fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Okay, so it says the Bureau has increasingly focused on going after Americans. Ray noted. So they're telling you who they're coming after. They're telling you who the enemy is. The enemy is the citizens. More than doubling the number of domestic T probes since the spring of 2020. As of September, the FBI had about 4,000 international T investigation open compared to 2,700 domestic ones as of November. Okay, on Monday, the House Judiciary Committee issued a report blasting the Bureau for treating traditional Catholics as suspected domestic T's, suggesting this was politically motivated persecution. And when they say Catholics, it's speaking about people that just believe the Bible. Okay, and that's another way they're going to try to incorporate or group us into this these HVEs, right? When they know ultimately that the ones who are sincere about serving Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who are sincere about serving those names, are not an actual physical threat, okay? But they're going to use this whole rhetoric to try to pressure, right? To try to fear individuals to denouncing the Lord. And like I said, you're going to have people, I said, Yahweh Shah said it. Men, brothers are going to betray one another. Fathers, the fathers, the children of the fathers, right? But ultimately, what? He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay, so that's pretty
So
much
what
on that. There, you see here. This just came out earlier today. It says huge risk of Christmas attacks warns EU. So they're just, once again, they're telegraphing exactly what they are anticipating. Okay, and it's the ones who are not aware, the ones who are not sober minded, the ones who think that things are just going to continue the way they were. They're the ones that's going to get caught naked. All right, they're the ones that's going to get caught slipping, and when that happens, their whole minds are going to be just completely, they're going to bug out. All right, because it's going to be, I never would have thought this could happen. I never expected this. I never seen this. First Thessalonians 5:3. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon you. Right? Let me get that. First Peter, I keep saying First Peter, First Thessalonians. I'm gonna start at 5 verse 1. But of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief, so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right. So I'm in it there. You know, we'll see what happens. But we also do know that, as Yahweh Shah said, it is a time like never before. Okay? And also, as it says in the book of Daniel, that it's going to get so bad that we're going to need divine intervention. All right? A time of trouble as have not been since there was a nation. But the ones who are written in the book, all right, the ones who have followed the Lamb, the ones who have repented and walked sincerely, they're going to be able to escape these things. But the other ones, they're going to be found in derision and taken and destroyed. So with that, till next time, shalom.